Hi everyone, welcome back. In the previous videos, we have already covered the theory behind Git remotes and branching and merging. So in this session, we are not focusing on the theory part. This is going to be a complete hands-on practical session. We will directly work on real Git commands and understand how things actually work in the real development environment. This session is perfect if you want to have a real-time exposure instead of just concepts. So let us get started. So here we have some series of commands which I have already created in the repo. I will also be adding this repo link in the video description. So first, what we need to do. So here, let me open the VS Code terminal. So here I have already cloned the repo into the local. So this part is already done in the earlier videos. So we will be starting off with how to add the remotes and how to check the list of remotes that are being added, how to set the remote URL, and how to remove that particular remote origin. Okay. So basically first what we will try to do is we will try to add the remote origin. Okay. How can we do that? So we can just do it by using git remote hyphen v, sorry, git remote add origin. Then you need to go to this URL and copy this repo link and you can paste it. Okay. So, okay, let me do one thing. So instead of running this command, first I will try to check if there are any remotes that are being added. So that can be known by running this particular command, git space remote space hyphen v, which shows the list of remotes that are being added. Okay. So, I mean, the local connection will be established to the remote. So now, since there are no remotes, so first we'll try to add this. Okay, git remote space add, then origin, then you can just enter this URL. Okay, so now the remote has been added. Now let me run this command, git remote space hyphen v. Now if you see here, the URL of my repo, okay, so whatever is there, it is being added. So we can use the same repo to fetch or to push. Okay, fetch is nothing but getting the contents from the remote repository, whereas push is nothing but pushing the new contents into the existing repository. So these kind of things you can do it. Now, as a next step, what we need to do, you need to set the remote URL. It means like you need to tell the local Git repository the URL of the remote repository. So this is what it does. So that can be done by using git remote set URL. And if you see origin stands for remote, and you can just copy this URL. Yeah. So this part is done. So now let me again see, there won't be any difference, but let me cross verify it. So this part is done. Now, if you want to remove this origin, so for example, if you want to remove these things, the connection, whatever is being established, if you want to remove, then what you can do is you can just run this command. Okay, I'll just copy this and paste it. Okay, git remote remove origin. Okay, so now what it has done after running this command, it has removed these connections, whatever is being established. So in order to verify that, you can just do it by using git remote hyphen. Now, if you see, there is nothing that is being added. Okay. So now what we need to do is that we need to add it back. Okay. So yeah, because for our day-to-day activities, we need that to be added. Otherwise, we cannot push it. So now this is being added. So let me cross verify it. Yeah, this is added. So let me run these commands. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this is how you will be doing it. So then in order to push, so these are some of the push commands what we can do. So this is push and these are pull commands and these are fetch commands. And so before that, what we need to do is, instead of explaining this, first I will go to the branching and merging, then I will come back to the push commands. Okay, see, now currently we are in the master branch. Okay, now you need to create a branch, then make your modifications and you need to push it. Okay, so for that, what I will do is I will just go to this branching. So now the first command is to list down the branches. So if you see git branch, so it has only one branch, that is the master branch, one which is displayed over here. Okay, now if you want to see all the branches, git branch hyphen a, see this also displays the same. So there is no additional branches or the hidden branches that are being created. Now what we need to do is you need to create a branch. So for that, what you can do is you can either do git switch or you can do git checkout, then branch name. Okay, feature undoing things, or maybe I can just add it as a document because this is documentation, right? According to the branching standards, I will just make it as docs undoing things. So this is the branch name. Yeah. So if you see here, this says like it doesn't match any files known to Git. So what you need to do in order to create a branch, so git checkout hyphen b, then you can give the branch name. Okay. So for example, in the double quotes, I'll just give the branch name C. Now it has switched to the new branch. So it means the branch has been created. Now what you can do is you can just enter the same command to check whether the branches are being listed. See, now there is master branch and there is one more branch that is being created. Docs undoing things. Okay, so now, so for example, this is done. Now the branch is created. Now if you want to change the name of that branch, okay, so let me do it. How to do that? So git branch hyphen m. So you can give some new name. Okay, so undoing things, readme file, something like this. Okay, see, now if you see here, the branch name is being changed. Okay, so here before it was this particular name, now it got changed to this readme file. So this is one more command. So this deletion of branch, we will do it later, guys. So before, I mean, after explaining all the push, pull, all those commit related changes, I'll be deleting that. Okay. Now the switching part. See, for example, as I said, we can do it by using two ways: checkout as well as switch. Both does the same operations. So in order to switch, so now you want to go back to the master branch, correct? In our case, master branch, git checkout master. See, it has switched to the master. Okay, see, it has changed to the master. Now, if you want to, I mean, switch to the branch which I created, then see, now instead of using checkout, I will just use switch. Both does the same operation, guys. There is no change here. Okay. Yeah. So if you see, it has switched to that branch. It doesn't do anything. I mean, it works the same way, but just that if there are any changes that are present in this particular branch, it will pull those changes and it will switch to that branch. So that is the only difference between checkout and switch. Okay. So now let us go back to push and pull. Okay. So now before doing push and pull, first what you need to do is you need to check the status. Okay. See now, if you see here, the status is nothing but undoing things.md. So here I just added, before the start of this video, I just added this particular file, okay, which has some content. Now, in this case, this particular file is not being added to the staging area. See, as I said in the earlier videos, first thing is you need to create a branch, then you need to make your modifications, then you need to stage those files, then you need to commit to those files, then you need to push those files. Okay, so now let us check how to do that. So first git add undoing things.md. Okay, so now it is being added. Every time you need to do the git status. See, now it is from red, it is changed to green. Then what you need to do, you need to give some meaningful commit message. Yeah, so this is done. So after committing it, then you need to push it. Git push origin -u. So this is the command. So for example, first time what you need to do is you just need to set the upstream and the local branch name and the remote branch name. From next time onwards, what you can do, you can directly do it by using git push. Okay. So directly you can do that. See, for example, git push origin -u. So what you need to do, you need to copy, or if you directly do the git push, what it says is if you set the origin, then it will work. If you don't set the origin, it doesn't work. So now, see, for example, before running this command, what I will do is I will just go to this particular repo and I will show you what are the branches that exist. Okay, so here there is one main branch. So if I go to this main, so here this is the one. Okay, here I just have one main branch. Okay, so now what I will do is I will just push these changes. Yeah. So if you see here, the push is done. And if you see here, this particular thing. So it has created one branch. Okay, so you can just check it. See, docs undoing things readme file. So this is the branch that is being created. Okay, so now here what we have done, here we have created a file, oh sorry, created a branch, then created a file, added the contents into that particular file, added that particular file to the staging area, then we have committed that file and we have pushed that file into a remote branch. So this is how the complete flow of push works. Now let us get into pull. Okay, what actually pull does. Okay, so let me go into the documentation. Yeah. So now this is the push part. Now what we need to do, we need to pull it. Okay. So before that, what we can do is, let me go back and search for that. Yeah. So now, for example, let me pull it. Git pull. So pull, what it does is, see, we have created a remote branch, right? Whatever changes that are present under that particular branch. So this particular branch in the remote, it will pull those changes. So let us check. See, what is the meaning of this? Already up to date. It means like whatever remote branch is present. So this particular remote branch, it is there, right? The changes that are present in your local and the changes that are present in this remote branch, both are same. There is no change. Okay. So now in order to explain this, for example, if the changes are different in the local when compared with the remote, in that case, how it works, we'll check now. Okay, so now what I will do is I will just try to edit this file and add some content. Working with remotes. Yeah, git commands. Okay. Explaining the full concept in detail. See, if you observe carefully, guys, so this particular file, it doesn't have this change. So whatever text I have added, this doesn't have. So what I will do is I will just commit it. Okay. So this is in the main branch, right? So first what I need to do is I need to go to that particular branch and I need to make those changes. So this is the branch, right? So in this branch, I will make the changes. So working with remotes, for example, let me make this and edit this file for explaining. Okay. Or else I will just add it this way. Yeah. So this I have added, guys. So what I will do is I will just commit it. So I will just commit it directly. Okay. So now see this text is added. Now, but this text is not present in my local branch. It is present in the remote branch. So now, if you do git pull, what it does? Let us check. Git pull. Yeah, if you see, guys, so one file is changed. There are two insertions. Okay, so it has added that particular content, whatever I have added. See, this is the sample text. Before it was not there. Now, after doing the git pull, it got added. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So this part is done. And what else we can do? Yeah. So let me explain the merge conflict. Okay. So what I will do is I will just try to see, for example, this is branching and merging, right? So in the branching and merging, I will just change this title to explain the merge conflicts. Okay, so I will just, oh, sorry. I always keep on doing it in the main branch, which is not a good practice. So let me go to the feature branch which I created. Yeah, so for example, let me take this file and I will just modify some text or I will just add some text. So in order to explain the merge conflict, we need to modify the existing file, correct? So to explain the merge conflict scenario. Okay, so now let me commit it. Okay, so here in this case, guys, so here branching and merging to explain the merge conflict. Some random text I have added. Now what I will do is in the same file at the same place. See, this is branching and merging, right? So here I will just add some different content, or I will just okay, for example, uh, so this is local changes. Now if you see, guys, in the same file in the same line, this text is different, and here the text is different. Okay, so now there will be a conflict because see, whenever Git is trying to push these changes, there will already be some other change that is there, correct? Now we need to decide, I mean Git will ask us to decide which changes we want to keep, whether this change or that change. So let us check how it works. So for that, what you can do is git status. Okay, so now git add star, two ways. So git commit -m, change the content. Okay, so now if I do push, let us check. Yeah, so if you see here, I try to push it, but what it says rejected, failed to push some references. Okay, why? Because I did not pull it because there are some changes that are there, but we need to pull it first before doing the actual push. So let me pull it. See, now here I am explaining two scenarios, guys. First thing is, if there are any additional changes in the remote repository and you modified something in your local repository, and the changes that are there in the remote repository, if it is not there in the local, what it does, it won't allow you to push it, because it is always important to remember that whenever you are doing any modifications and if you want to push it to the remote branch, before doing the modifications you need to have the latest code that is present in the remote repository into your local. So this is what it is explaining. Okay, now whenever you are trying to pull it, so this is the second use case, guys. Whenever you are trying to pull the changes from the remote repository into your local, for example, at some file or at some particular line, if there is already a content that is created and the content in the same line in the same file in the remote repository, if it is different, then it will create a merge conflict. So now what we need to do, we need to resolve the merge conflict. Okay, see now, so let me go to there. See, it says conflict, merge conflict in branching and merging.md. So now let me go to this file. See, if you see here, this is the current change and this is the I mean remote change. Okay, see, this local change, if you want to keep, you can just select accept current change. I will show you all the three scenarios, guys. Okay, first what I will do accept current change. So what will happen, this will be there, this will be gone. If you see here, see, simple. Okay, Now what I will do is Control Z. Now I want only the incoming change. I want the remote change, not the current change. Okay. Then I will just select incoming change. See, this is the change from the remote repository. Now Control Z. So now if you want to have both the changes, okay, so both things will be there. See, okay, these things will be there. Okay, so this is done. Now, for example, I want to keep both the changes. So this is all based on the developers. Okay, so I mean, Git doesn't automatically do that. We need to select what are the changes you want to keep and what are the changes you want to remove. Okay, so now, for example, I have resolved the merge conflict. So this is the final code which I want to keep. Okay, so now what I will do is I will just do again. See, if you see here, it is merging. It is trying to merge. Okay, so now what you need to do is git add dot. Okay, so now it is done. Now you can just do git space merge hyphen hyphen continue. So you are asking git to continue the merging process. So okay, so this will open the editor. Then you can directly do escape colon wq. See, and it is done. Okay, now if you see the git status, see, you have resolved the merge conflict. So it means you have modified that file and you have added that file and you have committed it. So you can either do it by using this or you can directly commit it. Git space commit hyphen m, both works the same way. Okay, so now you need to push it. So now the changes are done. It is added to the staging. There were merge conflicts. You have resolved those merge conflicts. Now you are going to push this code to the remote branch. So you can directly do that by using git push. Now it will works flawlessly. Okay, so this is how you will be working with the branching. You will be setting the remote branch, you will be creating a new branch, you will be adding the changes, you will be staging the changes, and you will be pushing the changes. Okay.